I'm Donald Prince. Former heroin addict, cocaine addict, and any other kind of drug I could get. I've been clean from that for 23 years now, and I use a lot of that experience in my life to help people to get away from drugs, alcohol, those kinds of things. I grew up in northern BC and on a reserve. It seemed like a lot of people drank, the adults anyway, for sure. And I started drinking myself when I was about 9, 10 years old, trying it out. And I loved drinking. It made me feel really good. I felt tough. And as a result of that, I started getting in trouble with the law and ended up in prison for quite a few years. And at the time, I think I was about 17 years old when I became a heroin addict, and pretty soon I was hooked on it. There was a couple of things that happened in my life that caused me to want to quit. Well, for one thing, I knew my life was crap. I was always chasing the drug. I could never get ahead. I was living on the street, either that or in prison. On January 22nd in '94, my girlfriend OD'd on heroin and died. We were both doing heroin, and a friend of mine came over and told me about it. I don't know what happened that day, but I suppose I just gave up. I said, I had enough of this. I quit. I can't do this anymore. And I remember walking out of that hotel room with no idea how I was going to get straight or what was going to happen to my life. But I knew I didn't like what I was doing. 4 days later, I was in treatment center, and I went there and I did what I was told, and I managed to stay clean. Things have changed dramatically from back in the day when I used to be a heroin addict. Nowadays, you don't know what you're taking. There's no such thing as anybody really caring about your welfare when you get into drugs. What they want is money. It might look like oxys, but it's not oxys. It might be fentanyl. What looks safe is not generally what is safe. Sometimes people are aware that they're dying when they're dying. What happens is your respiratory system starts shutting down and you can't stop it. And your brain is telling you this is happening, but you can't get up. And so basically you die and you know about it. And that's a scary thing, to not have any control over that. Big thing about that, once you start doing anything that's got fentanyl in it, it's very addictive. People get addicted a lot of times right away, the first time. And an addiction is a powerful thing. People will sell everything and do anything to get that. So be careful.